Junior Fabian.
Hey, also, if I lose a struggle in this storm, that may be boiled to death in melancholy.
Would thou not be glad to have the niggardly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exalt, man. You know, he brought me out here about some bear baiting of some sort. Rawr.
To anchor him, we'll have the bear again, and we will pull him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
If we do not, it is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get you all three into the box tree. Yon Gol Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been practicing behavior to himself shadow this half hour. Observe him, for the love of mockery. For I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him, close in the name of Justine. Fly thou there, for here comes a trout that must be caught with tickling.
This but fortune, all is fortune. For I once told me she did affect me, and I've heard herself come this name. It should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Ah, he's an old rogue.
Oh, haste of templation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Now he jets under his advanced food.
I so beat the rogue.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him, pistol him.
There's example for it. The lady of the shop, she married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Cry on him, Jezebel.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Fire and brimstone.
Oh, peace, peace.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I've left Olivia sleeping. And after a demure travel of regard, and then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
7 of my people, within an obedient start, make up for him. I frown the while, perchance wind up watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
And shall this fellow live?
Thou art patience, drawn from our wits, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile, with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take a blow in your lips then?
Say, cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your knees, give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Alex. God.
Patience will break the sinews of our flock.
Besides, you waste the treasure of time with the foolish knight.
That's me that warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew he was. The man's too charming for
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gate.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases, by her leave, wax. Soft, the impressure her Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady, to whom should this be? Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know.
Oh, please shimmer it all.
Excellent wretch, I say.
What follows? If this should be thee, Malvolio?
Mary, hang thee, Brock.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
And what would the standard check at?
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first let me see.
Oh, make that up. He's now at a code sense.
Satyr will cry upon it, though it be as rank as a fox.
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. This is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. In the end, what should those alphabetical positions portend? M-O-A-I. Softly. If I could only make that resemble something in me. M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
Did I not say you would work it out? The code is excellent at points.
M. But then there's no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I'll cudgel him and make him yell, oh!
And then I comes behind.
If you had any eye behind you, you would find more detraction at your heels and fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet, to crush it a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to endear thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with the kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy purple stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered? I say, remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate and unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself, to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late, and she did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this, she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction, drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. Soft, here follows prose. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in thy presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will do everything that thou wilt have me. I will smile.
I would like to my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from this Sophie.
I can marry you, wench, for this.
So could I too.
And ask no other dowry, but such an as jest.
Nor I either.
Here comes my noble gold catcher.
Sharp, play my freedom at trip track,
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
like aqua vita with a midwife.
If you will then see the sweets of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in purple stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is. that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar.
I'll make one too.
Everybody loves my baby, but my baby don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. Happy as a king, feeling good and everything. Just like a bird in spring, I've got to get it out. It's my sweetie, can't you guess? Wild about her, I'm the best. Does she love me? Oh my yes, that's just why I shout. Safety, friends! Is that music? Does that look like the ukulele? No, sir. I'm by the church.
Oh, art thou a churchwoman?
Not so, sir, for I do live by the church, for I do live by my house, and my house stand off by the church.
Oh, so thou may say that a king lives by a beggar if the beggar dwell by the king. Or the church stand by thy yoke if thy yoke stand by the church.
You have said, sir, to see this age, a sentence is but a shovel of love to good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, miss?
Why, my sister's name is a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. If so, words are very rascals, since fawns disgrace them.
Why? Thy reason, miss?
Troth, sir, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false, I am loath to prove reason with them.
Oh, we warrant thou art merry and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir, I do care for something, but in my conscience, it's not you. If that means to care for nothing, I would make you invisible.
Oh, art not thou Calmersina? Lady Olivia's fool.
The Lady Olivia has no folly. She keeps no fool, sir, till she be married. And husbands are to fools as pilchers are to herrings. The husband is the bigger. I am not Lady Olivia's fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at Calmersino's.
Foolery, sir, doth walk around the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, to be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I see your wisdom there.
Nay, if thou pass upon me, I'll no more of thee. Hold, here's expenses for thee.
Now Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I tell thee, I'm almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin.
Would not a pair of these have bred, sir?
Yes, being kept together and fit to use.
I would play Lord Fandris of this Phrygia to bring a cressida to this trellis.
Oh, I understand thee, sir, 'tis well begged.
The matter, sir, I hope, is not great, begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. I will construe to my lady whence you come. What you will, or what you are out of my welkin, or might I say, element, but the word is overworn.
Oh, this gal is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit, for she must observe the mood on whom she jests, the quality of persons and the time, and like a haggard pick at every feather that falls before her eye. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art. For folly, that she wisely shows is fit, but wise one, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
Said you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Do's boo's dirty, monsieur.
And you will see, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am too.
Where you encounter the house, my niece is desirous you should enter. If you trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them into motion.
My legs do better understand me than I understand what you mean bidding me taste my legs.
I mean, sir, to go, to enter.
Oh, I would answer you with gate and entrance, but oh, we are prevented. Oh, sweet lady, heaven rain odors on you.
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain's odors. Well,
My matter hath no voice but to your own pregnant vouchsafed ear.
odors pregnant and vouchsafed. I'll get 'em all three ready.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, my most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, mistress.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world, and since lowly fading was called compliment. Your servants can or see no use.
And he is yours, and his needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, ma'am.
For him, I think not of him. For his thoughts, rather they were blames rather than filled with me.
Madam, come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, give me leave, I pray you. I bade you never speak of him again. But if you would undertake another, sir, I would rather hear you solicit that than music to his ears.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after that last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I hear me, you? Under your hard construction must I sit. And to force that on you in such a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours, what must you think?
I pity you.
That's a degrees love.
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity our enemies.
Then why methinks this time to smile again? Oh world, how apt the poor to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall for the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me for such a waste of time, but fear not, youth, I shall not have you. When wit and youth are come to harvest, your wife is sure to reap a fine man. Well, there lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho, peace and good disposition on your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my master by me?
Stay, prithee, I tell you what thou think of me.
I bet you do think you're not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Well, you think correctly. I'm not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, that I were? I wish it might, for now I'm your fool.
Oh, how beautiful the look of scorn on his contempt of anger of his lip. A murderous guilt that shows not itself, more so than love would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by roses of spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee, so maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not exhort thy reason from this cause, for that I wound shall never have no cause.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth that no woman shall or never will be mistress of, and save I alone, and so, adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Well, come again. Thou shalt move that heart, which now abhors, to like his love.
Wait, jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Vanna, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew. Sire needs do more favors to the Count's servant man than ever she bestowed upon me, aside in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now. This was a great argument of love in her towards you. Slap, will it make an ass of me? Well, she did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse now, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint. You should have banged that you had done this. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off. You are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, or you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either of valor or policy. If it be any way, it must be with valor, for policy I hate. It had as lief be a Marxist as a politician.
Build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me to the Count's youth to fight with him. Hit him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world that can prevail more in a man's commendation with women than a report of valor.
There's no way but this, Sir Andrew. Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how eloquent. So it will be full of inventions. Taunt him with the license of ink. Go about it.
Where shall I you?
We'll meet you at the cubiculo.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him. Another 2,000 strongs or so.
Well, in its rare presage, will you not deliver the letter?
Never trust me. By all means, stir the youth to an answer. I think oxen and Ryan robes cannot hold them together. For Andrew, if he were to open and you'll find so much blood in his liver that as to clog a foot of a flea, I will eat the rest of the autonomy.
And as opposite, the youth bears in his presage no great visage of cruelty. Here comes my noble gold catcher.
If you desire the spleen who will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Jan Golmabolio has turned very renegado, a heathen. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He is in purple stockings.
And cross-garter?
Most villainously. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. And when she does, she will smile and take it for great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
Come, let's see the event.
I would not, by my will, have troubled you. Since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I cannot stay behind you, my desire. More sharp than five steel to spur me forth, and not all love to see you, though so much as might draw one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might be far travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often proves rough and unhospitable, my will and love. The rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
I can no other answer make but thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay, but were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of his town?
Tomorrow, sir, best first go see your lodging.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes on the things of fame and memorials that do renown this city.
Pardon me? I did not without danger walk the streets. Once in a sea fight against the Countess Galley, I did some service of such note indeed. A word taken here, it was scarce be answered.
Be like he slew a great number of his people?
The offense is not such bloody nature. I'll bet the quality of time I pour on my wealth, given us bloody argument. Madison's been answered to repay what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be laxed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
Doth not fit me. Oh, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant, it's best to lodge. I'll bespeak our dad while to view your nods and viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why, I your purse?
Happily I shall lie upon the toys that desire to purchase, and your market I think is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer then, and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant!
I do remember.
I have sent for him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is more oft begged than borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He's that simple, suits for a servant to my fortunes. Where's Malvolio?
He is coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure to be possessed, madam.
What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you as you come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio? Smilest thou, Malvolio? I send thee upon for a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me. As the very true sonnet is, please one, please all.
How dost thou, Malvolio? What's the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though he purple in my legs. If it did come to his hand, and thy commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
What's wrong with thee? Why do you get so off and smileless? Thou.
How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, yes, nightingales answer daws.
Why do you appear with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest by that, Napoleon?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
I purple stockings?
and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered?
Go to, if thou desirest to be so. Go.
Am I maid?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Madame, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasures.
I'll come to him. Mariah, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? I would rather not have him miscarry for half of my dowry!
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter, for she sends him on purpose, so that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble stuff, says she. Be opposite with the kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. And as a consequence sets down the manner as how, as a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue, and the habit of some serve note, and so forth. I have limed her, but it is not my doing, it is Jove's. And Jove make me thankful.
Where is he? In the name of sanctity. If all devils of hell be drawn little, and legions himself possess him, yet I'll still speak with him. Fabian?
Here it is, here he is, here he is. How's it with you, sir? How's it with you, man?
Go off, let us scarred you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Aha, does she now?
Go to. Peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone with him. How now, Malvolio? How's it with you? Defy the devil. Consider him as an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Law you, and you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Well, carry his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning, if I say. My lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold that peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with them.
No way but gentleness. Gently. The fiend is rough. Will not be roughly used.
How now, Malvolio? How does that thou chuck?
Get him to say his prayers, Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx?
I warrant you. He will not hear of godliness.
I bid thee, come with me. What man? 'Tis not the gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul collar.
Pursue him, lest the device take air and taint.
Go, hang yourselves all. You're idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. We shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
Why, if this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Why, his very genius hath taken the infection of the device, man.
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Ah, it is. Warrant him. Do but read.
Youth, whatsoever, thou art but a scurvy fellow. Wonder wonder not, nor admire, not in thy mind. Why do I call thee so? For I will show the no reason for it.
Good and valiant.
Then comes to the lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
I will waylay the going home, if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Very brief, and to exceedingly good sense less.
Fare thee well. God have me upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hopes are better. And so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou used him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek.
Still, we keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is enow with commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Now you let me alone for swearing.
Now I will not deliver his letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him off to be a good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece proves no less. So this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will prove no fear in the youth. You'll find it from a Clairbourn. But I'll deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek's notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman in the most hideous opinion of his rage, fury, skill, and impetuosity. This will so frighten both of them that they will have to kill one another by the looks. I will meditate upon horrid messages for a challenge.
Stone uncarried, and lay mine honor on a stone uncarried on it. There's something in either approves my fault, but such a headstrong opponent it is my fault. That must approve.
The same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture, refuse it or not. It hath no tongue, and I beseech you come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that honor may ask upon giving?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor have I given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like you may bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
Oh, and you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as a hunter, attends thee at the orchard end.
Oh, you mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel with me. My remembrance is very clear from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. If you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opposite hath in what strength, skill, youth, and wrath can furnish men withal.
Pray you, what is he?
He is knight, double champion, and on corporate consideration, but he is a very devil in a private brawl. Souls and bodies he has divorced 3. And his incessant at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction is none, but pangs of death and sculpture. Hobnob is his word, give it or take it.
I will return again to the house. I am no fighter. I've heard of the kind of man that purposely put quarrel onto others to taste their valor. Like this is a man of that quirk.
No, sir, no. His indignation drives himself out of competitive injury. So get you on and give him his desire.
This is
uncivil, as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office is to know of the night what my offense is. It's something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. I will do so, sir. Sir Fabian, stay you with this gentleman till my return.
Oh! I pray you know you of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I pray you, what manner of man is he?
Well, nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could possibly have ever found in Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
Oh, I'll be very bound to you for it. I am the one who would rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I know, I care not who knows my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I've never seen such a fire go.
Box on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Why, man, you shall not testify. Sir Fabian can barely hold him yonder.
Plague on it. If I knew he had been so valiant and so cunning in boxing, I damn dare have challenged him. Let the matter slip. I'll give him a horse, straight Capulet.
Stand, I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make a good show on it. This may end without perdition of souls. And Mary, I will ride your horse as well as I ride you.
Why, he is as horribly conceited of him. He pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heel.
There's no remedy, sir. He'll fight you for his own sake, but protest. He will not hurt you.
God defend me. A little thing could tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground. You seem furious.
Sir, come, sir. There's no remedy. He will fight you. The gentleman will fight you for his honor's sake. But he cannot fight a duel, avoid it. But he, as a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you.
I assure you 'tis against my will.
Pray to God he'll keep his oath.
Your gloves! If this young man has done offense, I take the blame on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, who are you?
One, sir, that for his love there's yet to more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
If you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold, here comes the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
This is the man to that office.
Antonio, I arrested at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir. No, sir. No, John. I know your favor well. Though you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well. I must obey. This all comes from seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it.
What money, sir? For the kindness you have shown me, and partly prompted by your present trouble, and out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having's not much. I'll split my present with you. Hold, here's half my coffer. What kindness? I know of none.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my desert so you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that make me so unsound of a man as to upbraid you with those kinds that are shown to you.
I know of none, nor do I know you of voice or any other feature. I hate ingratitude in a man more than lying, vainness, drunken babbling, or any other vice or strong corruption. It hampers our frail blood.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatch one half out of the desk jaw, relieved with such sanctity of love and to his image, which me thought to promise most venerable work that I devotion.
What's that to us? Time goes by. Away.
But oh, how an idol proves this, God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good fortune shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called the form but the unkind. Virtuous beauty but the beauteous evil. Our empty trunks overflourished by the devil.
The man's grown mad. Away. Come, sir.
Lead me on!
Come, in there, knight. comes hither, Fabian, we'll whisper a couplet or two of the most sage songs.
Methinks his word from such a passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, prove true, that I, dear brother, now am taken for you. He named Sebastian, I my brother know, yet living in a glass even such as so. And favor was my brother, and so he went, still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest poultry boy, and more of a coward than a hare.
A coward, a most devout coward, and religious. Slid after him and I'll beat him again.
Do it, knight. Do it soundly, but never draw thy claws.
If I do not,
Go to. You are a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Will you make me believe I'm not sent for you?
Vent your folly somewhere else. You know not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard the word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I'm afraid this world, this lubber, may very prove a cockney. Now I prithee, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from thee. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
Thou hast an open hand. These men that give fools money get themselves a good report. After 14 years' purchase.
I told you, get along with your way.
now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you!
Why, there's for thee! And there, and there! And there! Are all the people mad?
Oh, sir, why, I'll throw you over the house.
Nay, let him be. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against you if there be any law in Illyria. Thou were struck first, yet it doesn't matter.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir. I will not let go of you. Young sir, come. Put up your iron, your well fleshed.
Let me be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, dry thy gloves.
Nay, then I must have an ounce or two of your moped blood.
Hold, Sir Toby, on thy life I charge thee, hold!
Madame,
Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains of the barbarous caves, where manners were never preached out of my sight? Be not offended, dear Cesario. Be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom and not thy passion sway in this unjust and uncivil extent. Against thy peace, come to my house with me, and thou shalt hear how many fruitless pranks this roughen house botched up. Thou mayest smile at this. If you choose not to go, do not deny.
What relish is in this? How runs a stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense, let thee sleep. Fit to dream, let me sleep.
Nay, prithee, I come. Thou wouldst be ruled by me.
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so and so be.
This is the air. This is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enraptured thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flow of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust, but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing, as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
If thou means well, come with me and the priest into the chantry by. Under that consecrated roof, will you ply me with your full assurance that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace? He shall conceal it. Whilst you are willing, thou shalt come to note. Come to my house with me, or a celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
Madam, I'll follow this good man and go with thee. Having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Well, Holy Father, lead the way. While the heavens so shine, may they fairly note this act of mine.
Now, if thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Don't desire to see this letter.
That is, to give a dog and in recompense, desire the dog again.
Belonging to the Lady Olivia Foles?
Aye, sir, we are. Some of her droppings.
I know you will. How do you, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me, while my foes tell me plainly, I'm an ass. Besides, by my foes, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends, I'm abused. So, conclusions be as to kisses. If your 4 negatives make 2 affirmatives, why then, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is really excellent.
Marry, sir, if it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make me another.
Oh, you give me your counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket just this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Why, be so much to be a sinner, to be a double jailer. There's another. You can pull no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know I am here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but do not think my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. As you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I'll awake it anon.
That face of his I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared, as black as Vulcan in the smoke of battle. A bobbling vessel was he the captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such skillful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very envy and tongue of laws cried fame and honor upon his name. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is then Antonio, that took the phoenix and her frock from Candy. This is he that did the tiger board, when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private rabble, did we apprehend him.
This is the man, sir, that did rescue me, but in turn put a strange speech upon me. I know not what it was, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt water thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to the mercies whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, to be pleased that I shake off the names you gave me. Antonio never yet was deep for pilot, though I confess on basic ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ungrateful boy by her side, from the rude seas and rage and foamy path that I redeemed. A wreck past hope he was, his life I gave him, and dared to add my love, without retention or restraint. For his sake that I exposed myself, pure for his love, into the dangers of this adverse town, fought to defend him when he was beset, whilst being apprehended. His false cunning, not meaning partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink and deny me mine own purse which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came you to this town?
Today, sir, and for 3 months before, no intern, not a minute vacated, both day and night that we keep company.
Here comes the countess, now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon, take him aside.
What would my lord have that he would not be wherein Olivia makes him serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me. Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord is seeking.
Duty hedges me. It is aught to the old tune, my lord, that still may be fat and fulsome to mine ear. As howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What to perverseness, you uncivil lady? To his ingrate and inauspicious altars, my soul the faithful as the rings have breathed out that ear devotion tender. What shall I do?
Whatever, even when it please my lord, what shall become him?
Why should I not have I the heart to do so? Like to the distant thief at point of death, and kill what I love. Savage jealousy sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this. Since you non regard cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, leave you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him I will tear out of that cruel eye, where he sits crowned in his matchless spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'll sacrifice the land that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
I, most jocund, apt, and willing to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him, I love more than these eyes, more than life, more, by all more than ever will I love wife. If I do feign these witnesses above do taint my life with tainting of my love.
I need to test it. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Has not forgotten? Go call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Where? Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay!
Husband?
I, husband, cannot he deny?
Her husband, Sarah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the basis of thy fear that makes thee devour thy piety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Oh, father! 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 Here's my fault! You and me!
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joy of their hands, and they are attested by the holy clause of the league, and strengthened by the interchangement of the rings, and all the ceremony of this compact done by me. And my watch has told me only about 2 hours ago.
Oh, thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not thy craft so quickly grow, that thine own ship shall be thine overthrow? For well and taker, but direct thy feet, for thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear, thou hast too much to fear.
For the love of God, your help! I'd rather than 40 pounds over at home!
Done this, Sir Andrew?
How Ferdinand likes Cesario! He took him for a coward, but he's a very devil incarnate!
My gentleman Cesario?
Oh, Lance, here he is! You broke my hand for nothing that I did! I was sent out to do it by Sir Toby!
What do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You threatened to bug me without a cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, then you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb.
How now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
That's all one has hurt me, and there's an end on it. Sot, did you see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour gone. His eyes are set at 8 in the morning.
And he's a rogue. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with them. Who hath caused this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead, a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange look upon me, and by that I do perceive that it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows you made each other but so long ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons. A notch of perspective that is and is not.
Oh, fearst thou now, Antonio? How have the hours racked and tortured against me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearst thou now, Antonio?
How have you made division of your soul? Apple, cleft in 2? It's not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be a deity of my nature of here in any way. I had a sister whom the blind surges and waves have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so when he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits do take form and suit, you have come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even? I shed my tears that fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so had mine.
and died the day Viola from birth, numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both in this masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of time, place, and fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town who hath my maiden's weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since have happened between this lord and this lady.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that you have been attracted to a maid. By that nature, by my life, you would have been deceived. You would have been betrothed to both a maid and a man.
Be not amazed, my noble is his blood. If this be so, yet the glass and I shall have a share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldest love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings I do overswear, and all those swearings do keep as true in soul as the orbed continent of fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
Captain, that first brought me to the shore hath my maiden's garments. He, upon some action, is now endurance of Malvolio, a gentleman and follower of my ladies.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's in the greatest distress. How does he, fool?
He holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as any man in his case may do. He here has read a letter to you. I should have given it to you this morning, but as a madman's gospels are no epistles, it should not be so delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified, as the fool delivers the madman. My lord.
How now? Art thou mad?
I do but read madness. If your ladyship will have it as it ought to be, you must allow Fox.
Prithee, read it in thy right words.
But to read his right wits is to read madness. Therefore, repent, my princess, and give ear.
Read it, Syra. By thy lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance that you put on, with the which I doubt not, but to do myself much right, on you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used. Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
The savors not much distraction.
Yes, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Lady, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse this letter. Write from it if you can in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor, and bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to frown upon Sir Toby, to put on purple stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my hand. But I confess, much like the character, 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad, that camest in smiling, and in such forms were presupposed. But in thy letter, prithee be content. When we find the grounds of authors of it, thou shalt be plaintiff and judge of thine own cause. Good madam, here we speak, and let no quarrel nor brawl to come take the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, and hope it shall not. Most freely, I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon the stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. Oh, with a sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck up laughter than revenge. How, if that the injuries be justly weighed, that hath on both sides passed. poor fool, you have been notoriously abused.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. But do you remember? Lady, why laughed you at such a barren rascal? If you smile not, he scared. And thus, the worthy king of time brings about its revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
Oh, poor fool, they have really baffled thee.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet, but when that is known and Golantan convinced, a combination of our dear souls shall be made. Meanwhile, sweet sister, we will not part with hence. Cesario, come, for thou shalt be what thou art a man. But in other habits you are seen, as Rossino's mistress and his fancy's queen.